we're at a weird spot right now where, as an offense, it's how much are we willing to show? Are we wanting to go extreme and show everything in our arsenal? There's a line that you got to toe.
Buffalo Bills are officially in hibernation mode before the playoffs, and per Josh Allen's words that we were already saving plays last week against the Patriots, knowing that now the AFC has been locked up by the Kansas City Chiefs, locking up the number 1 seed in the playoffs. The Buffalo Bills are going to be going into hibernation rest mode, getting our players healthy during the final couple weeks in preparation for the playoffs. And I think we couple this with the plays that we are already limiting. Why put our starters out there when we're already limiting plays? I think we should develop our depth, even guys like Mitch Trubisky, other players on this team that could very well see the field during the playoffs if an injury occurs. So this really presents the idea of hibernating before the playoffs in a couple weeks. We could see this post by David Tilton saying, why are we playing Balin Spector over Dorian Williams? And it was simply because of the resting of players. And we already have begun this against the Patriots, knowing that now we're not even in the hunt for the number 1 seed in the AFC. Presents the idea of resting our players even more to get ready for the playoffs, to be fully healthy for the playoffs. Now, I know the other side of this is that our players will come out rusty and they might not be ready to go by the playoffs. Our starters might come out slow. And I think the idea behind this is that we do still play our starters early in the game. You know, maybe for a couple series or two, just to stay in the flow of the NFL, to stay in the flow of the game. But, you know, sparingly with injuries, if we have a player that's dealing with an injury that could hinder him throughout the playoffs, I think we just lock it down and rest him up. And the other idea here is that the Buffalo Bills will still play our starters for the second last game of the year, but maybe just rest our starters for just week 18. Now you could see Kevin's post here is that resting Josh Allen for the last 2 games of the year, I mean, it's definitely a possibility that we rest the final 2 games of the year. And I think that we will potentially do that. I like the idea of coming out and just playing like a series or two to stay, you know, grinding in the NFL. So we don't come out rusty for the playoffs. So we could see the Chiefs have clearly locked up the playoffs with a 15-1 overall record. Buffalo Bills currently stand at 12-3, and just behind us are the 11-5 Baltimore Ravens. Now, the way the Ravens can actually climb ahead of the Buffalo Bills here is if Baltimore wins out at Houston and versus Cleveland, then the Buffalo Bills would have to lose against the Jets and then the Patriots, and then Pittsburgh loses at least 1 game at the Chiefs or the Patriots. So the Baltimore Ravens did beat us this year and have a head-to-head matchup against the Buffalo Bills, and they own the tiebreaker. So when we look at the playoff ratings here and the overall rankings, the Buffalo Bills are just 2 games ahead of the Baltimore Ravens. So if the Bills do lose to the Jets and Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens win both of those games, technically they could climb to the 2nd overall seed and the Bills would be at the 3rd overall seed. So when exploring whether the Buffalo Bills should rest our starters for 2 weeks at the end of this year, the Bills still do need to win an additional game to solidify the 2nd seed in the AFC. And there are benefits to being the 2nd seed in the NFL, and you could see that we would get at least 1 game home field advantage. The 2nd seed is guaranteed to play at least their first playoff game at home, which often provides a psychological and logistical edge. If the top seed gets eliminated, the 2nd seed retains home field advantage as long as they stay in the playoffs, playing against a lower seed. So obviously if you're a 2nd seed versus the 3rd seed, we're going to be playing statistically the worst record team throughout 2024. Also, the momentum through competition, unlike the top seed, which gets a bye, the 2nd seed gets a wild card weekend, which can help the team stay sharp and stay in rhythm for later rounds. Something that we've talked about in this video is about maintaining the rhythm and staying sharp by not resting players. An easier path if upset happens. So if a lower seed upset a higher seed, the second seed could potentially face weaker competition in the next coming rounds, enhancing their chances of making the Super Bowl. So the Buffalo Bills are still fighting for the second overall seed in the AFC, but at what cost? And seeing that we already rested our starters and some rotationally against the New England Patriots, I think the Buffalo Bills are going to continue that trend for the next coming weeks. Now, if we do come out and beat the New York Jets this upcoming week and we solidify ourselves as the second overall seed against the Baltimore Ravens, I'm thinking week 18, we may not even see a Josh Allen and other starters on this football team. But for this upcoming week against the New York Jets, I'm assuming that we're going to still come out with our starting crew, try to run up that score, try to beat down the New York Jets, maybe get comfortable in the game so that our backups can come in and continue this trend of rotating players, not starting guys that are necessarily banged up and could further hinder their chances at playoffs like a Matt Milano and others. So I really like this plan by the Buffalo Bills. It's still advantageous for the Bills to come out and beat the New York Jets. But I want to hear from you. Drop your comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe for future content. Make sure you guys check out the BNC, the Buffalo Chicken Wing merch, link down below in the description. You can get free shipping. There's sizes all the way to small, all the way up to 5XL. There's t-shirts, there's long sleeve, there's hoodies, there's blue, gray, black, red. There's like a square Zumbas one. There's a dad shirt. So check it out. There's literally over 50 purchases and all 5-star reviews. I picked the highest quality material. I'm really not making that much money or being profitable on it. My goal is really just to see this logo out there and people enjoying it. Also, check the SeatGeek.com promo code and use BNC at checkout. You will get $20 off your next purchase. You might as well take advantage of it. If you've never used SeatGeek before, just head over to SeatGeek.com. You can check out concerts. There's NHL games, any sort of event in your area. You guys could go to SeatGeek.com, search it out, purchase your tickets, and right at checkout, just type in BNC and you will get $20 off your purchase. Definitely take advantage of that. Also, Course Careers is personally how I started my full-time job in 2024. Many of you may know that I was a property manager for 13 years in Kenmore, New York, commuting from Orchard Park to Kenmore every single day, not really earning the salary that I ultimately wanted after 13 years. And I stumbled across Course Careers, who offers online certificates. It all starts for free in these free intro courses that kind of gives you an idea whether the career path is going to be good for you or not. So you can go to Course Careers using my link, sign up to their free intro courses. It costs you absolutely nothing. And then whenever you decide one of these courses is a good fit, purchase the full paid course. You'll get $50 off using my link, and it will fast track you to get a job in 2025. They literally teach you the skills. They help you build a portfolio, a resume. They help you connect with people on LinkedIn. They connect you with people already working in the industry. Already, they got me in link with recruiters and hiring managers. As soon as I graduated the final exam and I got my online certificate, I had 3 companies reach out to me in a graduate portal that Course Careers offers. So definitely check it out. They're doing everything they can to actually get you hired. This isn't just some random course that you take online. You know, it's going to take hard work. You're going to have to actually learn things. But at the end of the day, you're going to become the best job candidate for these positions. But I truly appreciate you guys all so much. This final couple weeks is going to be very interesting to see what unfolds. Clearly, the Buffalo Bills still need to win. Maybe we can get a glance at the Baltimore Ravens, and if they do happen to lose one more game, likely there's undoubtedly the Bills are going to be resting their starters the final week of the season. But I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe for future content, and go Bills.